your girl Tink and I'm back with another video. Today, guys, it's my brother's birthday. My brother, rest in peace, he's in heaven now. Happy birthday, brother. We miss you down here. I love you so much. This is just a little get ready with me while I talk about a situation that is really touchy to me. And then after, I'm just going to be doing a little cover, and you guys will see that after I'm done with this. So we're just going to do my little face up real quick. I have a lot of things written down in my book here that I want to talk about, and that I didn't want to forget. So we're going to read this. It's a lot, so only the real ones will hear me out, for real. Only the real ones will hear me out. A lot of people will say that it's the past. Let it go. You know? And they're completely right. I'm not saying they're wrong. Let me tell you guys, I have. But when is it okay for me to talk about my past? When is it okay for me to tell you guys how much I've grown from my past? Stop, mommy. When is it okay for me to tell you guys how much I've grown from my past? That person I was, or that person you guys once saw me as, I'm not that girl no more. Or that one hurt that y'all saw me in, that one state of hurt y'all saw me in, or y'all think I'm in. Y'all don't know, because y'all don't let me be willing to open up and talk about the past. Today, I'm talking about the past. Period. It's my brother's birthday. Okay? My brother would have been an old man. 29 years old. That's old. He would have been knocking on 30 soon. Yeah. I still talk about my brother. Okay, so grieving the death can be shown in different ways, right? For us, for me, for my family, my mom and my sister. Okay, so we lost our brother in 2010, okay? 17 years old, okay? I was 9, going on 10. It was a month before my birthday. My sister was, how old is my sister right now? 12, going on 13. I remember this day like it was yesterday. It's just the craziest day of my life still to this day. And it will always be, I feel like it, like, I mean, I know that there's gonna be more crazier days to come and stuff, but this was one of the days that took a toll on me. Not only me, but my family. And not only, like, not my whole family, I could say so, but I mean, it did, because of course they still took care about my brother and stuff, but the way it affected me, my sister, and my mama, it was just, you know, it wasn't, like I said, grieving the death can affect you in many ways, okay? For us, growing up, when the situation happened, it was kind of hard, because everybody thought it was just like, you know, like after a couple weeks or a month went by, it was just like, hey, stop. Stop screaming. After like a month or so went by, a couple weeks, people were like, okay, let it go, kind of like, you know, and it was said that, we've been told that, you know, we felt that energy, you know, we knew what it was like. So when we would bring him up, it would kind of be like, oh, he's gone, let him go, you know. We didn't let us grieve the way we grieve. It was like that year of him dying, you know, and we're kids. That's our big brother. That's one of our best friends. Me and my big sister's best friend. It was us three, okay? For real, for real. When our parents was gone, it was us three. So when we lose one, the other two's gonna feel that shit. especially if you don't have no parents, you know. I have my parents, thank the Lord, they're still here breathing and stuff, but it was just hard for the situation that we were in, and they know the situation. Everybody knows the situation, you know. So, I didn't live with my mom growing up. So, it was kind of hard for us to communicate on that path, on how we felt to each other about that, you know. We were kind of shut out when it came to his situation, you know, his situation, yeah. To the point where, like, I didn't know how to feel. Like, I'm okay while I'm around folks, you know, but when I'm in my room by myself, you know, thinking and stuff, I'm crying. Uncontrollably. Crying in my room, crying myself to sleep. And I realized that it wasn't me, it was everybody else around me. I'm not gonna cap. Because they pushed on me and, you know, my sister to let it go. Let our brother go, you know? So for us, we had to actually fake it for a long time. Fake our feelings. How we felt about him. It wasn't easy. It didn't take a year. It didn't take 2 years. It didn't take 3 years. It didn't take fucking 4 years. It didn't take 5. It took, like, okay, I'm not gonna say that I was all desperately, you know, sad. I was. But nobody knew that. I knew how to maintain my sadness because I was a very quiet girl. So, let me just start from saying this. After my brother passed away, me, my mama, and my sister, we all took it in differently. I literally shut everybody out. I was so quiet. I was the quietest person, like the quietest family member in the room, like literally. Cause I didn't know like how to really talk. Like I didn't know how to communicate with people like that anymore. Like, you know, when my brother died, I was really sad because like I was quiet and stuff, you know, to him, but that's the only person, you know, people I would talk to. So when he passed away, I only really would talk to my sister and stuff, you know, about stuff that really was really personal. Barely even did that. Just shut everybody out. Didn't know how to control my feelings. I didn't know what I was feeling. I was so young. I didn't know what the fuck I was feeling. My sister, she was like the more loud person. You know, she fought and she took her anger out on motherfuckers, and especially the ones that when we stepped into like middle school and high school and stuff, people who thought they were gonna bully us, oh, she wasn't going for it. So she knocked bitches' heads in when we were kids. And everybody thought she was acting out. I completely understood why. I should have been acting out like that, but I was just quiet. I was like a crybaby. I was such a crybaby when my brother died, like, and then I couldn't even talk about him, like, talk about his situation, like, I couldn't even say, oh, my brother, you know, this, you know, couldn't do this the way I am today. Because if I did, I would cry. If I thought about him, I'd cry. My brother. My mom, she hated the world, okay? Nobody understood her. Nobody wanted to really understand her. Nobody cared to understand her. I mean, there were people who understood her. But the people who should have weren't actually there because they thought we should let it go. They thought she should let it go. They think that she's holding it on too long, and like, you can't tell nobody how to grieve. The only thing you can do is be there for a person, you know? And another thing too is, you know, that person needs to be willing to want people there too. So my mom failed to realize her actions really caused a lot of things too, because she was out of it. She lost her mind, she lost her everything, and I understood. And I never blame my mom for that. The way she is, because I mean, people have their own choices. So I mean, she has her own choices, but I never blame her for how she feels. Because she's obligated to feel how she feels. It was her son, period. So a lot of people don't realize, don't find that okay, I guess, and you know, just put this barrier on us to let it go, let it go, let it go. After 2 years, after 1 year, after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years, let it go. To the point where I let it go back then, that I had picked it up when I actually could grieve about him. So, meaning that when I moved with my mom at 16, that's when I could feel that shit, you know. Seeing my mom hurt the way she was, you know, just knowing that we missing somebody, knowing that we, you know, we're hurt, you know. We're all hurt. We can't do nothing about it. But trying to be there for each other, and it was really hard because we didn't know how to communicate with each other, and it was just hard. I'll speak about that situation later, but hard. Hardest thing that I've ever had to do in my life. Okay? That shit was hard. And when I tell you my brother's death impacted us so bad, that's what I mean. Everybody can only see what they see from, you know, the outside and everything, but the inside of a close death that you really, you know, really feel affected by, that shit's gonna fuck you up. Okay? That shit's gonna fuck you up. Yeah, it fucked us up really bad. Especially our household. Y'all know we got the immediate families and everything and stuff. So our immediate family fucked off. Okay? Each and every one of us, from our dad to our mom, to me, nigga, to our everything. Fucked off. I remember there was a time when I was flipping through, like, okay, so I don't know what was going on, but I was at my auntie's house for some reason. But my auntie got this computer with pictures and stuff, and I don't know why I went through it, but I was like going through the pictures and stuff, just looking at our old pictures and stuff, and then she has an album of my brother, right? So I click on the album, and you know, there's people around and stuff, because it was like a little gathering or something. And then I click on it, but this is the time, like, I'm like, okay, like, I'm not okay with my brother's death, but I'm like accepting it, okay? I'm accepting his death. I'm like trying to accept it, beginning to accept his death. This is in 2016. So I was beginning to accept his death because I'm like realizing that it's affecting my life, you know? But I still like clicked on his page, his photos, because I love to see my brother. But I go in there looking at his thing, and the person that was sitting next to me was like, oh, don't start crying. I must have looked over so fast, like, what? Like, bitch, if I wanted to start crying right here, right now, I'll probably flood this whole fucking house up with my tears. Period. Nigga. And I'll beat anybody up behind him. But that's just a little example of what I was saying. Like, people forced on us to let this shit go to the point where we grieve later, nigga. Like, or we, took it out on a different place. A lot of people said I was mean, when I was growing up, or when my friends, my old friends that I, had grown up in school and stuff, like that I talk to now, or that I've talked to like after I graduated, they're like, you're mean, you were mean, TT, you were really mean. Like, a lot of shit I don't remember. A lot of shit I don't, like, I do remember, but I'm like, I kind of like spaced out those days, spaced out those hurting days, and just was living my life like a walking robot, just a human robot, just living my life. I was spaced out, nigga, so nobody knew why I was the way I was. Cause a lot of people like try to bully me and stuff. They didn't like me. I was a loner, nigga. I didn't give a fuck, honestly. I just wanted to graduate. So I was, and the people I did have as friends, they were like, you were mean. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, shit. For real. My mama always told me that grieving is okay. Like, you can grieve as long as you want. You can grieve how you feel how you feel. Especially, when it came to my brother, And I completely understand that too. So, and I like that she told me that because, like, it helped me, like, actually feel that shit, the way I wanted to feel it. Get over that shit the way I wanted to get over it, period. But like I was saying, my mother ain't never told me, like, your brother's gone, let him go. Like, she ain't never told me that, ever, since my brother died. And I'm glad that, because she gave me, like, the experience I needed, like, to talk about my brother, to, get to know him a little bit more and stuff, because they would talk about him, about stuff I never knew about him. That happened about my brother, because I was so young when it came to my brother. He couldn't take me out and go party or do nothing with me. I was 9 years old. What he gonna do? So he just came, kiss my face, tell me I love him, tell him he loved me most of the days. When he could come, that's what he would do. But we never got to sit down and have an actual conversation, because I didn't know how to do that type of stuff yet. To hear stories about my brother. I love to talk about my brother. Not to say that, them saying that wasn't okay, it helped me get through a lot, it helped me not down myself or drown myself in depression about it, but I was still depressed by myself. It took me to start actually getting, I don't know what it took me. Honestly, it took me to accept everything out of it, I can say it took me like a good motherfucking 11 years to accept his death. I'm not gonna cap. Like, I accepted it to an extent, like back in the day. I accepted it to an extent just because, like, I felt like there was nothing I could do. Like, nothing I could do. So, it was just either me keeping, sad and down, or be accepted. I accepted it to the point where I could look at his pictures. I accepted it to the point where I could talk about it. I know that it kind of felt like when I got with my mom that I was like not talking about him as much, or I didn't, to her, I feel like I didn't care as much because I didn't talk about him as much like that with my mom, or like, want to just talk about him and sit and talk about him anymore. And not even that, because I would listen to my mama any day, but I wouldn't be the one to bring him up, or just out of the blue or something. It's because I wasn't comfortable enough, but now I am. Now I have accepted. Last year, I know this kind of sounds crazy, but I was when I would drink, I'll start thinking about my brother and stuff, so I'll start talking about him. So last year I started thinking about him, and I just was telling him it's okay, you're okay, I'm not mad at you, because a lot of times I feel like he feels that shit. He feels like we're mad at him, or we're sad. We are sad, he knows we're sad, but we're mad at him. Because my mom, not to say anything, but my mom, she'll quick to cuss me out stupid ass nigga, how dumb I was, But, and one time I felt myself doing that, and I'm like, no, it's okay. You're okay. You're good. I accept everything that happened, Now that it's further in and I'm an adult now and I have other responsibilities to worry about, for example, my child, I completely just accept it. Not because they told me to. Not because anybody told me to accept my brother's death, but because I grew into accepting it myself. Period. Don't let no deaths take over, y'all. Don't let them get you depressed and stuff. I know it's hard. It's hard as fuck to not let no depression. Deaths that's close to you get you depressed, but that shit really will take a toll on your life. It takes everything in you to understand death. It takes everything in you to want to accept it. It takes you. Nobody else, what they tell you, what this tell you, what they tell you, whatever they tell you, it just, you okay. But my brother is still, period. That's what how I was. Sorry, nobody could tell me shit. For real. Nobody. I still feel that way to this day. My brother's still gone. No matter how I feel about that situation, he's still gone. Nigga, fuck. And I could feel the way. And if I want to wake up sad one day, I can. Just as long as I can actually be okay with it afterwards, after my sadness goes away, I can be okay with it. I'm okay with his death, and I accept his death today. Period. Now that y'all know, I'm gonna go ahead and film this video so I can get that. I was just ranting. Venting and ranting at the same time. I don't know. I just want to say, if you're grieving, you can grieve. Great. Okay. But don't grieve forever. Don't grieve forever. I know what grieving feels like, and that hurts. That could take a lot in you. That could be your life. But please come to an acceptance with it, because that will make you feel a lot better. That will make your life a lot better, because once was their life, but their life is not no more. Now you have to keep going for you, because you are still living. You have people to live for. There are people to live for you. is it for today's video. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and share this video with someone who you think needs to hear this. Don't forget to subscribe, like my man said. Period. I kept doing that because my throat was scratchy and itchy. But I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video. No, I'm gonna go ahead and do my cover, and then I'll be back with you.